On the approach to St Lucia, we had a good view of the famous Twin Peaks as we sailed towards the port. Today we're going to ride through the rainforest on an aerial tram. Before setting off, a waiver needs to be signed. This group walking towards the boarding point and the table full of crash helmets makes one think this must be dangerous. Thankfully, the helmets were only for those going to ride on zip wires. The tram travelled at walking pace up the incline through the rainforest.
I don't want to crack the camera.
We are now approaching the halfway stage, where it turns and is elevated to a higher level. High above the canopy, with breathtaking views over the surrounding countryside. It's an experience not to be missed. After the ride, a visit to the gardens, where we were rewarded by the appearance of a hummingbird. All that remained was the souvenir shop and the photo. In 1967, Britain gave Grenada full independence, making it one of the smallest independent countries in the Western Hemisphere. Little wonder it's known as the Spice Island. In this small shop, our driver gave an insight to the many spices available on this island.
Right is not ready for harvest. When you're ready for harvest, nature pops it in the middle. Okay? So this one will never come like this because you must let it happen on the trees. So when it's split like that, the yellow part is called the nutmeg powder, and that is used for making nutmeg syrup. You can use it on pancake and chicken dishes and so. And we also make nutmeg jams and jellies and marmalades. Close into it. Anytime you're ready, you just crack it. You take the shell off. And that is why you're great for your rum punch, your rice pudding cake. This is cocoa beans. What we do here, we take the seeds out, we put it in a box to ferment for 8 days. After 8 days, it will lose all the white color, becomes brown. And we dry it in hot sun for about 6 to 8 days for drying. When it's dry, the little companies like Hershey's, Cadbury, Swiss and so. But down here, these chocolate balls here, you can smell it. This is cocoa here. That's for hot chocolate. And when you buy the nut, you buy it if you. And this is ginger root. You know, when you're traveling on a ship, if you've got some stomach problem, the ginger can help you until you get organized. You know, fresh ginger is very, very good. A cinnamon sticks is the back of a tree, which I will show you. To get cinnamon sticks, you have to kill the tree in the process. So you have to cut the tree down, you got to scrape a light skin off it, and you peel the back. So when they're using cinnamon sticks or cinnamon powder, always remember it's the back of a tree that you're using.
And the sample here, you'll find turmeric in each one, cinnamon, clove, base from nutmeg.
then onto the waterfall. At the viewing point, a small group of men were gathered, offering to jump from a high ledge for a fee. Let's watch our man. Dominica is a mountainous island with waterfalls and tropical rainforests. Let's start with the waterfalls. This muddy path led to the sulphur vents and volcanically heated springs. These gardens were more like a park. This is very English, a cricket green. You never know where you will find free Wi-Fi. This is a fine example of a banyan tree. See the spreading branches from the roots which grow downwards to the ground, forming new trunks. On August 29, 1979, this bus was crushed by a falling tree during Hurricane David, with winds of 150 miles an hour. Fortunately, the bus was empty at the time. It was decided to leave the bus and the tree where it fell. After a tiring but interesting day, we made our way back to the ship.